I think AI has moved away from just being a smart assistant to autonomous agents which can think, take decisions, learn, and run workflows.
The real challenge is not keeping up with the technology, but it's all building the muscle to continuously learn and adapt.
Quality engineering to me felt like a perfect intersection of curiosity and engineering, and the learning never stops.
Describe the future of QE in one word.
I think I'll say the word symbiotic because human define the problem and AI can help us solve that problem.
Here's the truth. Quality does not just happen. You can have fast code, great pipelines, but without the right quality mindset, it's like launching a directionless rocket.
Exactly. QE today is not just about finding bugs. It is about building intelligent system that can deliver. System that can test, heal, and improve upon themselves.
That's what makes it exciting. Humans, AI, and agentic frameworks all working together to shape what next.
And if you ever wondered what the future of QE looks like, hold on, it's already there. Hey everyone, I am Prashant, working as Senior Manager Quality Engineering at Publicis Sapient.
And I am Deepika, Senior Associate Quality Engineering. I have been around long enough to see QE transforming from manual testing to smart AI-driven solution. And honestly, it's been quite a ride. I'm super excited today as we are diving into something that's close to both of us. How QE is evolving and how we are co-designing the future every day.
And the cool part, it's not just about the tools and the framework. It is about the technological paradigm shift that we are witnessing across the industry. The QE transformation we are living through is not just about adopting a new technology. It is about fundamentally rethinking the way we learn, test, and grow alongside these systems.
Okay, let's rewind a bit. What pulled you into QE in the first place?
Honestly, it began with curiosity. I was always fascinated to see how the systems are designed, how they fail, and how we can make them more resilient. Quality engineering to me felt like a perfect intersection of curiosity and engineering. And the learning, it never stops. Every project, every technology, and every challenge helps us evolve and keeps us curious.
That's so true. We all are part engineers, part detectives, and part students if we are being honest. The moment you stop learning in this field is the moment you become irrelevant. Fast forward to now, how would you describe your current role?
I lead QE engineering transformation across global clients. This includes designing intelligent test strategies, architecting automation frameworks, and bringing in quality from the day zero itself, using AI-driven and self-healing systems. A big part of my role includes enabling teams, building capability within the team where they can manage and sustain solution independently. That's where the real transformation begins.
Self-healing systems sound fancy but also super cool.
Yes, it is. Self-healing is like giving your app its own immune system. But to build these systems, we require a totally different skill set. A skill set where we need to blend traditional QE knowledge with data science, AI fluency, and system design.
The QE world looks so different from what it was 5 years ago. What is the biggest shift you are seeing these days?
Oh, there are many. For example, shift left is not a buzzword anymore. It is a reality. The testing is now being done earlier, faster, and with more ownership. And with coming up with AI and agentic framework, it is totally redefining the way we looked at quality.
True, with that expectations have skyrocketed. Faster releases, seamless experience and resilient systems. It's exciting but also challenging. The real challenge is not keeping up with the technology, but it's all building the muscle to continuously learn and adapt. The real teams are the ones who are taking learning as a teamwork, not as a side project.
Let's talk about skills. What do you think the QE folks need to thrive in this new landscape?
Well, mix of technology and strategy, strong fundamentals in automation, API testing, performance and accessibility, but equally a problem solving mindset. What I have noticed is the best QA professional are not the ones who knew everything from the start. They are the ones who are continuously embracing a learning mindset and are continuously upskilling themselves even when they are feeling uncomfortable.
It is really exciting to see the way QE is evolving. Quality engineering is no more about validating the software only. It is more about designing intelligent and autonomous testing solutions. The fusion of AI, quality engineering, and automation is really accelerating the quality engineering transformation. Quality engineers nowadays are hybrid technologists, part testers, part developers, and part data scientists. They need to have an array of skills that includes an expertise in automation tools and framework, including Playwright, Selenium, and Cypress, and programming language accompanying those frameworks. They need to have a solid understanding of AI fundamentals and Gen AI basics that include prompt engineering and AI automation basics. They also need to have a solid founding of clouds and DevOps to support their overall QE pipelines. And most importantly, you need a problem solving and an innovative mindset. All these things that we discussed don't work in isolation. We need a good team which can push us through to learn these things, real problem statements to solve, and organization that gives us space to experiment and sometimes fails. I think this space to learn and evolve is as important as individual skill set.
If someone's listening and starting their QE journey, so what's the one piece of advice you would like to share?
I will say you should always stay curious, open to learning, and don't be afraid of experimentation. The QE field is going through enormous transformation. People should be ready to learn new technologies, mainly AI, agentic frameworks, and automation. People should engage with open source communities and industry forums to build new perspectives. And we shouldn't be waiting for formal trainings to learn something new. The most ferocious learners are people that I have seen within QE world are people that are self-driven. They don't wait for any training. They learn on their own. They build their side project and they do experimentation. And they are also not afraid of asking questions. I think this hunger for learning is the real differentiator.
Let's talk future. Humans, AI, agentic frameworks, all these things really shaking things up. What do you think when you first hear about it?
Probably intelligent teamwork. I think AI has moved away from just being a smart assistant to autonomous agents which can think, take decisions, learn and run workflows. It is like adding a super teammate within your squad. But guess what? These teammates or these super teammates are as smart as you can guide them. So guiding these new teammates with prompt engineering, orchestration, and knowing when to control these agents is the new skill that we would be needing. And I think that's the way we are approaching for. Deepika, what do you think? How it is changing the way we work?
It's wild. Earlier, AI just wrote test cases. Now it runs them, analyze failures, self-corrects, and trigger action. It's like a mini QE brain. But it's fascinating to see how people are adopting with these systems. At first, there is skepticism, then curiosity, then experimentation, and finally it becomes a second home. It's incredible to see how this journey is unfolding among teams from awareness to fluency. Some people think it will make tester irrelevant. Prashant, what do you think about it?
I think we have heard this before, like when automation came, the same fears were there. But I think this makes us more strategic. Agents can be executing the test cases, but us humans are the one who will define the vision as well as the guardrail for those agents. We control these agents, right? Like in this new world, agents are doers and we testers are thinkers. Agent, we can delegate the low level task to the agent and can focus on the larger customer or the client problems that we have to solve. Here, we have to be spending more time on thinking how these agents and system behave, how do they think, and how do they break. So to understand the system and be able to build trust and transparent AI agents is the new muscles that we need to build.
Where do you see agentic frameworks in QE pipelines 2-3 years from now?
I think the pipeline will become self-adaptive. We already see the agents can pretty much do most of the work, like from creating the test case, executing them, prioritizing the regression, thinking about the coverage, monitoring systems. So quality would, I'll say, will be on autopilot. But that doesn't mean we are hands off. That autopilot means we have elevated our role to do more strategic thinking. And we have to make sure that this autopilot is aligned to the business objectives of our clients. What do you think the new skills we need?
I think it's prompt engineering, orchestration, data quality, and trust engineering. And most importantly, framing the right question. Agents are only as smart as the question we ask. So the ability to ask the question correctly and frame the problem correctly is the key, which comes from learning, experience, and working on diverse problems. It's not a skill that we pick it up on a weekend course. It's built over time, reflection, and learning. And Prashant, what do you think about the ones who are nervous about this shift?
I'll say, don't fear it, lead it. It's not about replacement. It is all about augmentation. The best QE roles will belong to the organization which can learn to work along with these systems. And we are not alone in this journey. At PS, we have the collective wisdom of people who know how the system work, how they break, and they can all share their experiences to help us build upon our knowledge base. So this collective learning is what I think will make us more confident to take on these new challenges.
Okay, now on a lighter note, let me ask you a few questions.
Sure, Deepika.
One QE task you would instantly hand over to AI agent.
Flaky test debugging. Any day I like to handle that to the QE agent rather than doing it myself.
Okay. If AI was your teammate, what role it would play on your project?
The role of a over-enthusiastic intern who finishes the task first but names all their artifact with funny prefix.
Okay. What's the one myth about QE you wish to deconstruct?
I think the greatest myth about QE is that it's a phase that starts after development. I think quality is not just a checklist. It's a continuous process which we have to perform throughout the software development lifecycle.
That's very true. Okay, now describe the future of QE in one word.
I think I'll say the word symbiotic because human define the problem and AI can help us solve that problem. So it is a mutual thing where human and AI would need to collaborate to come up with the future solutions.
And now the last one. Name your dream QE agent.
Probably Guardian, always watching, always alert.
That's great.
Thanks, Deepika. Let's do a role reversal. I have also planned a few questions for you.
Sure, why not?
So my first question is, if QE had a soundtrack, what song would you play on loop during releases?
I would say Don't Stop Believing.
Great. And what's your secret superpower as a QE?
Detecting bugs 5 minutes before production by sheer gut and caffeine.
That happens all the time. And if you had to design your dream AI agent, what would you name it?
I would say Sherlock.
Oh, great.
It finds the bug and explain why it happened.
Definitely. And finally, one line you would like to say to the future QEs listening to us right now.
Well, I would say don't chase perfection, train your AI to do it. So you stay curious, creative, and slightly chaotic.
That's great. Thanks a lot, Deepika.
Welcome. Okay, Prashant, tell me one thing you love about PS.
There are many. One of my favorite is culture. At PS, you are not just a QE. Here, along with being a QE, you get opportunities to work on new technologies and experiment them out.
Very true. Here, QE folks get space to experiment, unlearn, and relearn. We are involved in architecture discussion, design reviews, and business impact. What works here is that learning is not just nice to have, it's embedded in the way we operate. The organization walks the talks when it comes to investing in people, whether it's dedicated upskilling time or the leadership allowing for experimentation.
Deepika, you can see we have moved a long way from quality assurance to quality engineering and now to autonomous testing, where agents can handle a lot of QE tasks independently. But what's most exciting? We are not alone in this. Humans and AI are working together to redefine how quality would look like in this next era of digital engineering.
Thanks, Prashant. Thank you for tuning into the intelligent shift in QE. If you are someone who is ready to lead that shift, one where experimentation, curiosity, and learning drives everything we build, come co-design the future of QE with us at Publicis Sapient.